Hello, and I have a simple question for you. Have you ever gone to bed early, stayed in bed for a full 8 hours, but still woke up feeling completely drained? Your body feels heavy, your mind is foggy, and before you can even finish your first cup of coffee, you already feel exhausted as though you've run a marathon. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. I've had countless conversations with patients, both men and women in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s, and they all say the same thing. I'm always tired, but I don't know why. What concerns me the most is what happens when they finally mention it to their doctors. They're often dismissed with comments like, "Well, that's just part of getting older. Be thankful you're still able to walk." Over time, comments like that make many people believe that fatigue is just a normal part of aging. But here's the truth. Your body is sending you a message. This isn't just about being tired because of poor sleep. This is the kind of exhaustion that makes you lose interest in going for walks, preparing meals, or even spending time with your family. It's the kind of fatigue that gradually drains the joy from your life, piece by piece. Unfortunately, many doctors don't have the time to explore it further. But I'm here to tell you that fatigue isn't something you have to accept. It's a warning signal, and we need to pay attention to it. In today's video, I'm going to explain 6 often overlooked reasons why so many women over 70 constantly feel tired. These aren't vague guesses. These are clear, understandable reasons that you can start to address step by step to begin reclaiming your energy. But before we dive in, I'd love to learn a little more about you. Would you mind leaving your name and where you're watching from in the comments below? It really means a lot to me to know who I'm sharing this journey with. Also, if you're interested in topics like health, nutrition, sleep, energy, and later life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our weekly videos. Now let's begin with the very first reason. Part 1. The hormonal drop after menopause. A shift that nearly every woman experiences after menopause, yet few people truly understand. We're often warned about the changes that come with menopause. Hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings, but there's something important that very few people mention. After years pass since menopause, you may slowly start to realize that something feels off. It's not necessarily an illness, but it feels like your entire body is slowing down. You walk into a room and forget why you came in. You recognize someone, but it takes a few seconds to remember their name. You lie in bed feeling deeply tired, yet your sleep is shallow and restless. Small tasks like going to the store, folding laundry, or answering a phone call suddenly feel like heavy burdens. If you're experiencing this, I want you to know, it's not because you're lazy or weak. It could be something very real and significant: your hormones. After menopause, 2 key hormones, estrogen and progesterone, drop dramatically. For many women, these hormones nearly disappear. And here's the crucial part. These hormones don't just regulate your menstrual cycle. They also affect your brain, your memory, your sleep quality, and your daily energy levels. Estrogen helps keep your mind sharp and supports the way your body converts sugar into energy. Progesterone calms your nervous system, helps you fall asleep, stay asleep, and maintain emotional balance. When these hormones vanish, many aspects of your body begin to slow down. You feel more forgetful, less focused, and slower overall. And unfortunately, many women blame themselves, thinking, maybe I'm just getting old. Maybe I've lost my Brixie, but I want to make it clear. You are not broken and you are not weak. Your body is simply missing a vital source of fuel that it's relied on for decades. And no one told you what to expect when it disappeared. Sadly, most doctors won't bring this up unless you ask. They might say, well, that's just aging, and prescribe sleeping pills or vitamins. But that's not enough. The good news is that there is support. Some women find significant relief through bioidentical hormone therapy, a gentler, more natural form of hormone replacement. Others see improvement by adjusting their sleep routine, supporting adrenal function with herbs, or incorporating the right nutrients into their diets. The most important thing is this: you have the right to know what's happening in your body. If you've been feeling different, more tired, forgetful, or unable to sleep, trust that feeling. There's a reason for it, and it's worth investigating. Sometimes the cause might not even be hormonal, but something that seems perfectly normal. On the surface, your daily meals. Even if you're eating the right foods, your body may not absorb them the same way it used to. Part 2. When your body stops absorbing nutrients. I've heard this from many of my older patients. Doctor, I eat very carefully, lots of vegetables, steamed fish every day, and I even take my vitamins. But every morning I still wake up feeling completely drained. If you've ever felt this way, you might be dealing with something that's not always obvious. You're eating enough, but your body isn't absorbing enough. After the age of 60, our stomach acid levels naturally decline, which slows digestion. More importantly, it makes it harder for your body to break down and absorb certain vitamins and minerals. They pass through your digestive system without being fully absorbed. Even if you eat healthy foods and take the right supplements, you could still be deficient in key nutrients. Nutrients that directly impact your energy, memory, sleep, and mood. Let me share 4 of the most common deficiencies I see in women. Over 60, vitamin B12. This is essential for brain and nerve function. When your B12 is low, you may feel forgetful, dizzy, or a bit disoriented. Some women are misdiagnosed with early dementia, when in fact they're just experiencing a long-term B12 deficiency. Iron. You might think that since you're past menopause and no longer losing blood monthly, iron isn't a concern. However, it can still be an issue. Poor gut absorption or low-grade inflammation in the digestive tract can drain your iron stores, leading to fatigue, shortness of breath, or a racing heart after light activity. Vitamin D. While most people associate vitamin D with bone health, it also affects your immune system, energy levels, and emotional state. After 60, your skin produces less vitamin D, especially if you're spending less time outdoors. Low vitamin D can leave you feeling achy, irritable, and unmotivated, with a cloud hanging over your head. Magnesium. This vital mineral plays a role in sleep, mood, and relaxation. Magnesium is quickly depleted by stress, anxiety, and poor sleep. A deficiency can make it difficult to fall into deep sleep or cause you to wake up in the middle of the night feeling restless. The frustrating part is that most doctors won't test for these deficiencies unless you specifically ask. Standard checkups often don't include tests for B12, magnesium, or vitamin D. So if you're feeling tired for no apparent reason, don't wait. Ask your doctor to run these tests. Even correcting one small deficiency, a simple B12 tablet, a little vitamin D, or the right type of magnesium, can noticeably improve your sleep, focus, and energy levels. Part 3. Sleep isn't just about getting 8 hours anymore. As we age, sleeping 8 hours a night doesn't necessarily mean we're getting the deep rest our bodies need. After the age of 60, our bodies start producing less melatonin, the hormone that helps us fall asleep and stay in deep sleep. Additionally, we spend less time in the deep sleep phase, the stage where the body truly restores itself. Without enough deep sleep, even 9 hours in bed may leave you feeling unrested, another sign of disrupted sleep. Waking up in the middle of the night, usually around 2 or 3 a.m., and lying awake with your mind racing. This isn't just insomnia. It could be a sign of disrupted sleep cycles or, even more commonly, sleep apnea. Many people think sleep apnea only affects overweight men, but postmenopausal women are also at high risk. The muscles in the throat weaken, narrowing the airway and causing you to stop breathing for several seconds at a time during sleep. Your body may appear to be asleep, but it's actually being jolted awake on a microscopic level. If you find yourself waking up tired or struggling to stay asleep, talk to your doctor about a sleep evaluation. Part 4. Silent stress and the exhaustion. You can't quite name stress that has built up over years can leave you feeling emotionally drained. You may have spent decades taking care of others, children, spouses, and parents. And now, in the later years, you may feel exhausted, as though you're running on empty. Even though life may have slowed down in some ways, stress can still quietly drain your energy, causing you to feel tired, anxious, or emotionally flat. It's important to give yourself permission to rest and seek help when you need it. Part 5. When morning fatigue isn't caused by aging. If you wake up feeling okay in the morning but feel exhausted just a few hours later, say around 9 or 10 a.m., the cause may be an issue with your blood sugar levels. After age 60, our bodies can become less sensitive to insulin, which helps regulate blood sugar. This can lead to blood sugar spikes followed by sharp drops, leaving you tired, foggy, and craving sugar or caffeine. To avoid this, try incorporating more protein and healthy fats into your morning meals, such as nuts, eggs, or avocado. By understanding and addressing these factors, you can start to feel better and regain the energy you thought was lost. If you've been struggling with constant fatigue, it's time to take action and get the help you deserve.